cozy cutie. Hey y'all, long time no Vlogmas. I am behind on Vlogmas and I'm gonna explain why. It's because imperfect is perfect. Okay, that's why. It is December 17th and it has just been a couple weeks, y'all. It's like, you know, wrapping up, getting things done before year end, before the holidays. It's been, y'all, I can't even. Honestly, it's been kind of difficult, partially because of just the standard that I hold myself to, and it's just the nature of when you go to like high growth companies or startup companies. Honestly, it reminds me of when I was like, how I feel sometimes. This kind of reminds me back to like 10-11 years ago when I was in the Big Four and I was going through one of like my worst busy seasons. The only difference, which is actually kind of nice though, is like back then I used to work crazy hours, and sometimes it was because like at the end of the night, like, you know, you couldn't leave because like the partner or the senior manager, whoever, hadn't left yet. So it's like kind of like that. Now it's just like I have so much to do that I'm just constantly working often. So I keep telling myself that it's all going to be worth it. You know, if I putting, you know, recognition stuff aside, I'm getting some really great experience, and you know, sometimes you don't get that experience unless you go outside of your comfort zone. You take on like, you know, more challenges and whatnot. So I'm trying to just be nice to myself as I'm going through everything, and every day all I do is I tell myself is just give it your best, and that's all I can do. And I'm grateful that I do have like some really great people that I work with and who I can like talk to, especially those moments when I'm just like, when I feel like I'm just not doing great. And normally my perception of myself is much worse than other people's perception of me, something that I am working on. But anyways, just wanted to fill y'all in. That's why I haven't been on the Vlogmas train. It's just been for that reason. But I am going to just continue to vlog as much as I can when I can, especially over the holidays and stuff like that. Happy Vlogmas Day 19. Okay, so it is Sunday evening. I have just ordered some Thai food. I am working this coming week, but I'll be working from home, so that's gonna be nice. I wanted to share though, this is really, really sweet, and I thought I would share because I want to remember this for the future. So anyways, at work we had Secret Santa, and this was left on my desk. I'll show you guys a video right here of how it was set up, and it was so sweet of my Secret Santa. I was like, I must have been very admirable this year and not impish for Santa to have been so sweet to me. Anyways, I just was very grateful for this, you know. Y'all know it's been a hard year, and this was like really sweet and unexpected, so very grateful. So anyways, some of the things that I had asked for, because like we had filled out a little thing, what we wanted for Secret Santa, and I had asked for cozy blankets and hot Cheetos. So anyways, that's kind of like the backstory. I did get some hot Cheetos. They're here somewhere. I think I put them in the pantry, but that was one of the gifts. But I wanted to share all the other stuff just for fun and for me to remember stuff by. I thought it was so kind, so I need to like write a thank you note and bring it to work whenever I go back in the office. First thing is this Buc-ee's throw blanket. So Buc-ee's is like a staple here in Texas. It's basically like the best gas station. It's not like all over, it's in certain spots, like typically kind of like, you know, where you're doing a lot of driving and stuff like that. It's kind of like in those hot spots. And it's just like the best place to go. They have the best bathrooms, tons of like, you know, gas pumps. As you would imagine, everything's bigger in Texas. It's like the biggest gas station, the best gas station. They have like fresh food that you can grab, barbecue, deli stuff. If you're ever, you know, near a Buc-ee's, definitely stop in. I'll throw a blanket, so that's for Juicy. That's why I asked for more cozy blankets so that I could, so she can have more. This Mediterranean tapas snack pack. It says it has hummus, corn crisp, fruit bar, olives, almonds, and chocolate, so that's kind of cool. They gave me this mini flex light. I assume it's good for like reading, so I can use that whenever I read. Oh, which makes sense because they also gave me these books, which I thought were so funny. Like, you know, they're so like applicable. So the first one is Spy the Lie. It says former CIA officers teach you how to detect deception, which I obviously need for my job, and then also is great for my personal life because I'm a little too trusting, so I will be using that. This one is Drive, the surprising truth about what motivates us. This one is Get a Grip, how to get everything you want from your entrepreneurial business. There's these Sunbelt Bakery oats and honey chewy granola bars. Honestly, my Secret Santa went like above and beyond. We had a $20 gift limit, so I'm like really praying that they like had stuff kind of like laying around the house, which I still think is really sweet. Otherwise I feel a little guilty, you know. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm like, I have that weird thing about like, it's hard for me to accept when people do nice things for me. I'm trying to be better at it, just to accept people just being nice to me, you know, without any other reason, just to be nice. But this is cool. It's like a constellations like pouch thing, which is actually kind of funny because I've been very much into like horoscopes and stuff like my entire life. More recently, stargazing has been an interest of mine, so it's kind of cool. Very weirdly relevant in my life, so it's kind of funny. And then inside there they have a bunch of like Bath and Body Work hand sanitizers, and then like a notepad, so that's cool too. I have to like write a thank you note to them and make sure I get that to the office. And then they like had wrapped those all individually, so I had like little things to open, and then at the bottom of it it's like all these like kind of these like I think maybe their kids like put together this stuff. So nice. I'm gonna have to definitely write a thank you note to Santa and family. I did Secret Santa too, but I definitely didn't do it as like this, but this was like so sweet that I'm like, I'm definitely, you know, going forward gonna do something special like this, because you know, you never know who will be the recipient of it, and that person could really use like a little ray of light, you know. So anyways, I thought I would share so I can remember that something nice like that happened to me. So anywho, I've been kind of having a hard time as of late, especially in the past like week or so. Let me get some water, I'm thirsty. 1 second. I've been kind of like struggling the past like week or so with just like emotions, you know, like, and just trying, like more so with like maintaining like a positive mindset. You know, the pressure that I put on myself at work, like not really other people, like I put more pressure on myself than anyone else does. Like, especially when things are out of my control, I just kind of just get really down about that and can be a little bit hard on myself. Like, and just have higher expectations of myself than other people do. I had to like practice the stuff that I talked to you guys about, like being more kind to myself and giving myself grace. Like if I know that I've given it my very best for that day, like that's all I can do, and I can't like be down on myself for, you know, not being able to do everything that I had hoped I would be able to do. Because, you know, sometimes life happens, things like, you know, in a perfect world, yeah, things would go a certain way, but like you can't control everything. And I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. I'm learning to give myself some grace, you know, when it comes to that. And honestly, I think I'm just like, I'm pretty just worn out in general. It's been a pretty hard year. Last year was also a difficult year, but this year for sure was definitely hard. And I've never really taken some good time off to just like, you know, recharge. And so I'm hoping to do that for sure, and just like, you know, get myself prepped for the new year, and just like, you know, after year end, like the audit's going to be going full force, and just, you know, I know it's going to be pretty intense. So I'm just trying to like reset and just go into it like, I think, more refreshed. I've been pretty tired too. And yeah, I think that it's always good to kind of like take time for yourself and just like, you know, reflect and whatnot. I think that's good. That's it. I'm Juicy and I are just enjoying some watching The Office a little bit. I'm probably gonna continue watching Harry Potter soon. I'm still tired. I need to get better at someone that's especially cozy. Just finished her dinner and now we're gonna sit down. Y'all can see how she is. Okay, one second. It's the end of the day. Oh, Juju, be careful, girlfriend. No, come over here. Come here. It's the end of the work day. Well, it's not. It's the evening time. I am still doing stuff for work because I got stuff to do. But anyways, this is something I always look forward to. Ma'am, no ma'am. We're not rubbing your face on my pants. Girl. Okay. Who's that cutie? I just love that she loves to cuddle. She loves cuddles after she eats. Hmm? Love you, cutie. Yeah, I'm so happy to get to spend time with you, baby. So I'm working from home this week, and then also next week. I was hoping to take some, extra time off because the next couple of months are going to be cray with, year-end audit and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. I kind of want to use next week, or at least like a day or two next week, to since a lot of people are going to be, off, or we're just not having meetings, which is great because I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to really get some good focus time when I'm constantly in meetings, which is 80% of my day. Are you okay? Oh. Gentle. Hey, gentle. Hey, gentle. Hey. Gentle. You alright? Ma'am, no, we're not doing that. That's not appropriate. I don't want you to cough, honey. Yeah, I don't want you to cough. Please be gentle. You're okay. Hey. Okay, I'll clean it. You okay? Yeah, catch your breath, baby. You have to be careful. She's been coughing a lot more too, just with her tracheal collapse and everything, and the weather's been on and off, so it got cold again. So anyways, I had to give her some new medication. She did pretty okay with it. I gave her the smallest dose I could. She seemed to do okay. So anyways, okay, I'm just going off on a tangent now. But yeah, I'm trying to use a couple days next week to be able to catch up on stuff and hopefully set myself up for success, well, as successful as I can set myself up for in the coming new year. Sometimes I just feel like I could just to get myself organized and prepped and stuff like that before year end starts. So anywho, yeah, just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm gonna do some work while I wait for my Thai food to get here. By the way, I finally got caught up on picking my giveaway winners, so hopefully you saw my reply on the comments. Y'all, you know how it is. It's been this past year. Once I separated and got divorced and stuff like that, my life was kind of up in the air. Moving, trying to sell my house, this new job, all that stuff that went on. That I kind of let my, YouTube stuff and coaching things kind of go by the wayside. So I had to like get my email account back up and running and my calendar thing up and running. Anyways, so all that stuff has been situated. That's why it took me so long, because I needed to spend time focusing on that. I'm looking forward to chatting with y'all on some coaching calls, so, or just friendly sisterly advice calls. So I'm really excited about that. You know, like I had heard a quote on Instagram or somewhere where it's like, you know, you're not burned out, you're just not doing enough of what you love. And I feel like that's so true. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do in my career, but like it doesn't necessarily feed like my soul. One thing that makes me happy is like giving back to people, or like being able to be there for someone in a way that I, you know, either I wish someone was there for me, or that people have showed up and been that support system for me. So, you know, that's the whole point of me even doing YouTube in the beginning. I think most of you guys who've been with me for a while know that. It helps me feel like I'm, you know, serving a purpose in the world by being there for someone who may not have someone else, or like helping people not feel so alone through what they're going through. I just hope I can be there for someone who really needs that, because I know like when everything was happening with me, I was lucky enough to like have good people in my corner already. And once I opened up to them, you know, like it definitely helped me get through what I was going through. Of course, they couldn't carry me through the entire thing, right? But like those moments when I felt like super alone, I had people that I could lean on. And I think that's so important, especially like when you're going through a really big life transition. And I think it's really important to have like the right people that you would lean on. All that to say, coaching's back up and running, and friendly sisterly advice calls are up and running, so I'm really looking forward to getting to talk with y'all. I'm hoping to get that started for next week, like the last week of the year, since I'm technically taking time off. So yeah, I'm hoping to get to chat with you guys. If you would like to have a call with me, why don't you share with me something that you've learned this year? Whatever, you know, whatever topic. Anywho, I'm gonna get to work. Talk to y'all later. Love you. Ooh, you got it, you got it. Sweetheart, can you see her? Can't see her. Hey, ma'am, relax, baby. Relax, BB. My BB. You are just wondering, huh? Wondering. Honestly, y'all, it has been a year, y'all. Like, it has been a time, okay? I don't know how many hours I work now because I don't keep track. I just know I work a lot. I do have my weekends though, so for the most part, you know, like it's not, you know, there's been a handful of weekends where I've worked like all day long. There are usually, most weekends I'll work a little bit, but not like work a full day. Hold on, baby. But the difference now in this season is like there is just so much work to be done. Come here, baby. It's kind of nicer because in this season it's like I know what I'm doing. It's just sheer volume of stuff and like collaborating with people and stuff like that. Come on. So yeah. Needless to say, I'm knackered, y'all. I am knackered, and which is partially why I have not been, you know, doing Vlogmas as I had wanted to, which is fine though, because I'm still like, I do still have some memories from it. I just couldn't do it as, hey, you okay? I just wasn't able to do it frequently as I would have liked. But that's okay. I want to see Juicy. I am waiting for my pizza to warm up right now. So I thought, hopefully you can hear me. The dishwasher is like crazy loud here. And yeah, anyways, let me see if I can move somewhere else so it's not so freaking loud. Of the fact that it's the holiday time and I am like going through the feelings that I was kind of like hoping, you know, I kind of hoped that I was okay with, you know, where life was at and everything. But, you know, it's my first Christmas like on my own with Juicy. So, and so, you know, I think it's natural to have, you know, feelings of sadness. So, anyways, you can see I'm trying to lighten my own moods. It's even just hard to talk through, so I just figured I would share that I am, you know, going through some sad emotions. There's been some of y'all who have shared with me that you are also going through a big life transition like what I've done or what I've been experiencing this year. And so I wanted to share because if you're also feeling sad, you know, I hope you know you're not alone. I think the reason why I'm sad is more about like what I had hoped for, like the future that I was envisioning with the ex, you know, and ultimately you know, this is all serving a purpose, and I know that. Like I have a lot of faith that it's all leading me to the right place. But it doesn't make it any easier, you know? And I don't know if it's like because of the holidays, it's like almost Christmas and work has been crazy, so I'm really stressed. I haven't had a chance to work out because, you know, other things are a priority at this moment. I just haven't been able to make time for it. So it's a lot of different things, y'all. But just because I am having those harder feelings, it doesn't mean that like the healing I have done was for nothing. Like I know that I am in a much better place now than I was a year ago. I know I'm like a super strong person. I'm really proud of how I've handled everything. You know, there's not really even a normal, but the fact that I'm going through these emotions, like I know, it doesn't mean I want to get back with the ex, because while we had good moments and good years, you know, ultimately we are not meant for each other, and I know that very surely in my heart, at least where we are at as people now. And one thing I've learned through this year is to not love and look at just the good in people, which I think like that's still, and I think that's also what I'm processing, is like letting go of like certain ideas that I had about like love and whatnot. Like, it's not to say that I'm like looking for like a polyamorous type thing, because I'm not. I know for a fact that I'm a one man kind of person, the right man, should I say, hold on. Anyways, and I'm willing to like wait. You know, I'm not just spending my time or giving my time and energy just to anyone. Like, it has to be people who I feel a special connection with, who I feel like they are already at least at my level in terms of their values. Like, that is huge to me. Like, I'm no longer just only looking at only the good and then thinking that I can, like, you know, set a good example and it'll bring them up to where, you know, my standards of morality or things like that. Like, I don't think what I'm wanting is unusual. And that's not to say that the ex is not a good person, because he is. It's just, there are some things that if you're not aligned on, it's, now I know, like, it's not, it won't work. It, you know, at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt both of us if I go into another relationship with someone who is not, if like our core values don't already align. I think I'm kind of grieving is more, like the idea that I used to have, like more of a naive perception of like love, you know. And I think that's what is hard for me. Yeah, it's the idea that I used to have. Which I think is good because, you know, it's making me more like realistic, and also just like in some ways a little bit more guarded, which I think is good because I think that I in the past was a little too quick to trust people, too quick to see potential or whatnot, versus things kind of growing over time and through consistency. And so that's something that I am learning now. And anyways, I don't know. But it's not to say that just because I'm sad, I'm still very happy in most areas of life. I think it's just kind of hard. Once I get one under my belt, I'll be fine. And I think I just need time to like reset, relax. And all I can say is be audit you can be. My last thought before I go eat my pizza. At the end of the day, I'm really happy though with myself. There was a period of time, especially in the last like couple years, where I like would have a hard time looking at myself in the mirror, because I would think to myself, why are you letting this happen to you? Like, why are you accepting certain things? And I think once you do that enough, it kind of affects the relationship that you have with yourself. Like if you're allowing people to treat you in a way where you don't feel valued, you know, and you're accepting that over and over and over again from multiple different areas of your life, at some point in time it starts to like wear at the trust that at least that I had with myself. And so like there were moments when it was really hard for me to look at myself without crying, because I was just like, you know, like why? Like why are you accepting this? And that it was a struggle for me because I thought that was love, you know. I thought I wanted too much, I was asking for too much, and you know, what I'm looking for is perfection, and all of that I don't think is true. I think what I'm looking for is to be treated in a way in which that I value myself. I don't want perfect. I just want kindness and patience and loyalty. Like those are things that I want. So anyways, at least now, like I can look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, maybe I'm crying because I have, you know, I'm feeling some kind of way, but I look at myself and I'm happy with myself. Like I'm happy with the person I see looking back at me. I'm learning to trust myself again. And at the very least, I know like I can trust myself, and one day I hope I'll be able to open up to someone else. But I trust that if I were to do that and things don't work out, because you can't control other people, I trust that I'm strong enough to deal with it and to like be okay, because I've done it already, you know? Anyways, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna eat pizza. Bye.